Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible to all? Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, Manas, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So myself Manas. Actually, for this, I will give you all the description about the Anchor and NRC. And actually, my expertise in the routing field, switching, and wireless nexus, and SCI part. So request you to please just explain about yourself, just for the technical skill, not any details. So could you please let me know one by one? Just name and the technical skill, nothing else.
Yeah, so myself, Chandan Kumar. My skills are like firewalls, like Palo
Okay.
Alto,
Okay.
Cisco, I mean Firepower and ASA, and routing switching as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. Good. Next.
Hi, it's Majid.
Hello, Majid.
How are you? Good.
Uh,
I have doing this. I have done CCNA, but now I want to just enhance my skills doing the CCNP. Presently, I'm working as a network engineer
okay.
outside India.
Okay. Okay. So don't tell the company name. Okay. So next one, just the skill. Next one, please, so that I can start the course content. Okay, no problem. Let me start from my side. Okay, so in this class, it will be the Anchor and NRC. Let me share my screen. Once it will be visible, please let me know. My screen is visible.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Let me open the course content, both Anchor and NRC. Okay, it's already open. Okay, no problem. Let me close this one. Okay. Okay, so this total course content will be for the Anchor and NRC. Okay, previously it was called, as you also know, it was the routing switching. Okay, now it is called as the enterprise. It's not in the routing switching. If you in the last 4 to 5 years ago, it was the routing switching and troubleshoot. Okay, now nothing like that. It is the Anchor and NRC. Then the complete CCNP certificate we will get. So Anchor, mainly in Anchor 40% theory and 60% lab. You can imagine it's 50-50. But in the NRC, it will be the complete lab. Means very less theories there in the NRC. And Anchor, it's the mix. Because Anchor is something like that, it mixed all the topics from the enterprise. Like if you can see, SD1 is there, SDA is there, wireless is there, US is there. I'll let you know one by one. And switching part is also there. You can see wireless, complete wireless is also here. NatPet is here also. NTP, PTP. One by one, I will let you know. Right now, I'm giving you the just brief. But NRC, it's quite different. NRC, there is specific EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, MPLS. These are the topics we need to cover in the NRC. And NRC, it's the complete lab. BGP is also there in the Anchor, but it's something like 50-50. I will show you the diagram which will follow in the Anchor and in the NRC so that it will be clear to you. Okay. Now I am under impression that everyone is clear on the CCNA part. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. No problem. Good. So because CCNA part we need to know, because when I will do the OSPF, so in the Anchor class also no problem. I will let you know all the topics of the like OSPF, BGP, and your REAP, EIGRP. But it will be good if you have some basic knowledge on the CCNA. Means So for the IP part, suppose I will put 10.0.0.1 in one of the interface, and there I will put CIDR is 8, and sometime it will be CIDR 24. So you should know about the what is the CIDR 8 and CIDR 24, because that is the CCNA part. Okay. So I think everyone is known about the CIDR part, /8, /24, /16, class A, class B, class C. Am I right? Everyone is aware. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So then let me start the course content without wasting the time. Okay. Think someone is taking me. My screen is visible? No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's visible.
No, I don't think it's not my screen. Okay. Rahul Srivastava, could you please leave your mouse? I think home screen you are able to see, Rahul or Manas? My screen course content, are you able to see?
Yes.
Okay.
Virtualization.
Yes. Okay. Anchor course content, are you able to see? Okay, then.
Yes, sir. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, you can continue. Your screen is
Yes.
visible only.
Okay. Thank you. So this is the anchor part 35401. So we need to start from the anchor syllabus. Let me explain what is the two-tier architecture and the three-tier architecture. Okay, just explain something. This one, you know about the three-tier and the two-tier architecture. Whenever you will work on an architect level, okay. So suppose there is a site, okay, and they want to newly complete this site. Means they want to buy some router, they want to buy some switches, and nowadays SD-WAN devices, and some laptop, some server, and user. So for that, they need to ask you, yes, you are a network engineer. Suppose you are working as a L2 or L3. Okay, suppose you are working as L3. So then that time, what you need to do? You need to provide a clean architecture to the site. So for that, you should have clear understanding what is the tier 2 and what is the tier 3 and what is the collapsed core. Okay, these are the basic things we need to cover in the anchor. So if you don't have the idea about the tier 2, tier 3 and what is the collapsed core, so you cannot provide them the architecture. Okay, so first of all, there is a software Visio. If anyone work, so there is a Microsoft Visio software. On that software, you need to draw the diagram. Okay, I will let you know in my class. And once you will draw the diagram, first you need to know how many users are there, how many printer are there, how many access point are there, and what is the exact device, like any fingerprint device, SCC, badging, these are there need to use. So you need to collect all the list. Once the list you will get about the user, so every time you need to provide 10-20% extra port. Okay, it is recommended. So suppose you have 100 users. So you can tell them that I am providing the architecture as per 120 or 130. That time the site team they need to decide. Actually, they want 130, 140 or 100 is enough for them. Accordingly, you need to prepare your diagram. So for the core layer, generally core layer, you are using the 9500 Catalyst. If you don't need the Nexus, if you don't have the so much server on that site, so for the 9500 Catalyst is enough. Where SVL technology is there, a new technology, virtual link. So in the SVL 9500, you can make its core, and distribution you can make the 9300, and access you can make the 9200. Suppose on a room there are only 2 users, so C1008 port is also fine. This is the something like a architecture they are doing. Okay, now they need to represent this diagram to the site, and then let him explain these are the architecture and this is the layer 3 architecture. After that, site team and their manager will decide whether they have the budget or not. If they don't have the budget, then you need to just open my Epic Pen. But they don't have the budget. So then what they will ask, please make these 2 layer as a one. Then that time it is called as a collapsed core. You need to follow this one. It's completely up to the budget. Okay. So these things we will let you know. Actually, this is the incomplete level, or you are giving any kind of interview first question is they are asking what you are doing. Okay, if you will just tell that I am doing the thing, I am doing the trace route, I am working as the L1, so no one will prepare. Something what you are not doing in the company level, daily work, not day to day, you are not doing, that thing you need to highlight in front of the interviewer so that they will impress. Okay, if you will just tell on daily basis, I will just monitor the device, I will ping. So if that requirement is for the L1.5 or L2 level, they will not consider you. Okay, so something you need to tell extra, which you are not doing. In this class, I will let you know. And once my class will be over, I will provide you two interview session. What you need to tell, what you don't need to tell. Okay. Now come to the second part. This is something like architecture level. Okay, and in this class there is no VGO, nothing is there in this Anchor or NRC, but I will let you know, because if you tell that I will provide the diagram to the client or some site, then interviewer will ask you where you need to prepare the diagram, where you were actually prepare the diagram. It's not like that in the pen and paper or in the Paint, Microsoft Paint. It is not possible. Something VGO is there. I will let you know on the Google. I will show you. In the VGO stencil is there. From the stencil, you need to create. Okay. Now come to the FHRP part. And I think all of you are aware about the FHRP, because in CCNA, something SSRP, VRRP is fast up redundancy protocol. Okay. SSRP is there, VRRP is there. These things we need to hear it is only explain. Okay. But if I will only explain means and describe means there is no practical. But if I will just tell you what is FHRP and what is SSRP, what is VRRP and what is GLBP, just if I will tell you the theory, there is no profit. You need to know how the diagram will be prepared, how the lab will be prepared, and how the lab is working. On the GNS3, I will let you know, or in the EBNG, I will let you know. Same thing you need to implement on the real time. Okay. This time I will show you the lab. Now come to the wireless part. Okay. Same thing. It is showing the describe the wireless. So wireless is now 9800 controller is there. Okay, your 2504, 3504 and 5508, 5520. 5520 and 5508 will be outdated on 2027. But the software, the latest software in the AROS 8.10, it is already expired yesterday only, 31st January 2025. And your 3504, 2504 controller is already expired. So if you want to prepare on the wireless, if you will prepare on the AROS, means AROS means 2504, 3504, 5502 and 5508, these are the AROS. So means .AES. So if you will prepare on this, then no one will go to use the AROS controller, because this is going to outdated. So we need to see how it is working on the 9800 controller. 9800 controller is very good and very easy. Why I am telling it is very good and very easy? The reason is that it is completely a catalyst. If you are working on any kind of 2960, 9300, 9500 catalyst and 9300, so exactly same command, same, just wireless command is different, but exactly working principle is same in 9800. It's very easy. Okay. So here it is showing that describe wireless network. And what is the WLAN, how WLAN is created, and what is controllers, what is centralized, what is distributed. Let me show you. In my section also it will be there. Yes, these are redundant design. How we will do the redundancy, everything I will let you know on my class. Just HSRP, VRRP. Yes, you can see a lot of theory it is written, and same time I will show you the lab, how we will do the lab. Let's come to the wireless part. Yes, you can see autonomous access point, what is the lightweight access point, what is CAPWAP tunnel, means from the when an AP is trying to join an wireless controller, that time a tunnel is mentioned. That tunnel is known as your CAPWAP tunnel. Okay, so these things I will let you know, but the main problem is here it is written there describe. If I will show you, if I will only tell you what is the remote LAN, what is the WLAN, what is the SSID, then what is the client density. If I will only let you know that theory, then it will be not good for you, because if I will complete this course only in the describe mode and my course will be over, then that time you will not know what the 9800 controller looks like, how the GUI looks like. So for that, what I need to do, I have installed, you can see, this is my EAP. Okay, EAP 9800 is installed completely exactly same, but it is the appliance, it is the just virtual, but in the real life you will show the box. I will let you know how the box look like from the Google, but this scenario is exactly same. If I will go to, you can see, just a minute, let me open the EAP again. You can see WLC is showing here. I have already on this one 9800, and when I am going to open this one through GUI, let me GUI will take some time to open. Just be patient. It's a completely practical based. Whenever it is showing routine is described or explain, I will let you know how to do the practical. Okay, are you able to see the 9800 controller now through the GUI?
Yes, that's visible.
Yes. Right from here, I will let you know how to create the Flex, how to create the policy, because you need to know what is the Flex Connect mode, what is the local mode, Flex Connect, how the traffic flow. Yes, one more thing is, whenever you will, if you are facing any kind of interview, you are also, it is known to that right now everyone is asking about the packet flow. Okay, some basic packet flow question is like that. Two switches are connected, and from two switches they are connected to the trunk. On one switch 10 network PC is connected, and another switch 20 network PC is connected. From 10 to 20, how the packet looks like next hub to hub. This type of question right now interview will ask. I will let you know in my switching class, and once my class will be over, same thing we will discuss for 2 sessions, the interview session. Okay, so here I will let you know how to create, because on the NCore syllabus, NCore syllabus, the WLC part means controller part, only the describe, but we cannot follow that one. I need to let you know how to you need to create. Suppose Flex I need to create. Okay, what is policy? Policy I need to create. I will exactly show you how in your real environment we are doing and how it will be created. What is RF? What is radio? What is tax? If I will go to tax, what is the policy tax? What is the site tax? What is the working of site tax? From that my virtual interface, I will let you know everything and how the web look like. Suppose I write how the web will be work. Everything I will let you know how the AAA will work. Command line interface AAA, for the AAA is, you know what is AAA. If you want to enable the attack radius, then AAA new model you need to enable. This is for the authentication. Either for the user authentication, you are using the radius, and for the attackers, the device level authentication, we are using the tag. So AAA wireless policy, how everything I will let you know from this virtual. Okay, so that it will be clear to you in a real life. You can implement this one. This is the complete of the wireless part. And not only this one, the wireless part, you can see. Yes, here also wireless part. Same time I will cover. When I will start my wireless, this one I will cover, and same time once that will be completed, I will start from this one. What is the RSSI? What is the SNR, signal to noise ratio? What is the noise band? What is the channel? Means suppose you have multiple channel. If someone want to use the interference and someone want to bind the channel, because 9800 it's automatically, but maybe some interviewer ask you what is just channel binding, so you need to answer, but in 9800 it is automatically. And how the discovery up and join process. Suppose you are working on multiple locations. Okay, your company is situated in India, Singapore, then US, then Australia. Suppose I have four controller. One is in Mumbai, one is in Singapore, one is in Dallas, and one is in, you can count on Paris. Okay, so first one is Singapore. Okay, and I am in Mumbai. So could you please let me know, if I am in Mumbai, my access point will be better to go to Singapore or Dallas? Which one will be good? Can anyone let me know? Suppose This one is your controller. This one is your controller. This one is your controller. Okay. And you can imagine this is in Singapore. This is in you can count Dallas. You know, this is in Paris. Okay. And you can imagine this is my access point. This is AP. And AP is in, you can count this one is in, suppose I am in Mumbai. Now, can anyone let me know this AP will prefer which controller? These are all the controller. The bigger box are the controller. One is Singapore, one is Dallas, one is Paris. So this access point will prefer which one? This one or this one or this one? Any idea? You know, every time the access point will prefer the nearest location. Access point is Mumbai. India is near to Singapore, not to US, not to France. Paris is in France, Dallas is in US, and Singapore. So it will prefer to the Singapore only. So how this? Because in my network, all the controller are there. Okay, so reachability should be there because routing is already done. So how the access point will prefer to the Singapore? There is an option called the option 43. How will prepare the option 43? How will configure the option 43? Where we need to configure the option 43 so that it will be the discovery and join process will be there to the Singapore WLC only. So that discovery algorithm will be there. I will let you know. And what is the roaming? Suppose you are in Mumbai and 5 access points are connected to Delhi WLC and 5 access points are connected to Bangalore WLC. So how there will be an issue? That is called the roaming issue. And roaming is also L2 issue and L3 issue. Everything, and what is what I have told you while showing the GUI. What is the groups? What is the profile? What is the tags? What is site tags? Everything in the wireless section. I will let you explain and I will do the practical from my GUI. Okay. Now come to this part. Wireless is good. SD-WAN. This is SD-WAN and SDA. It's a completely different topic. So very less topics are there in the Anchor. SD-WAN, you know, right now SD-WAN is the booming one. So this is a completely different one. If anyone want to go completely SD-WAN technology, then a specific course you need to do. But in this class, all the topics, what is the technical words, what the interviewer will ask as a Anchor student. So there's thing I will let you know in my SD-WAN and SDA. SD-WAN is like, it's for the one. SDA, it's for your LAN controller. In SDA, there is DNAC. Okay, from the DNAC, we need to, like here in SD-WAN, it's vManage. In SDAccess, it's the LAN solution. From the DNAC, we can manage all the LAN device. Suppose you have a wireless controller. You need to deploy this wireless control to your DNAC. DNAC is there. From the DNAC, you can monitor. From the DNAC, you can configure. From the DNAC, you can manage this device. From the DNAC, you can monitor the device. Even if iOS upgradation is also possible from the DNAC. So I will let you know what is DNAC. Like in the one, this is SD-WAN and is the LAN, is this SDAccess. In the data center environment, it is called SCI. The EPIC device is there. From the EPIC, you can manage all the data center. That is called your SCI technology. These three are different things. Okay. Now come to the QoS part. QoS is the quality of service. If you want to means classify, specify, and apply. These are the QoS. Means some quality you need to improve in a network. For this one, I want to prefer this much of amount. So on that QoS is there. But QoS, what also there? Wireless is also there. I will do the lab on the QoS section. These are the complete theory, and you are also about that the CAF, what is the CAM table, what is the MAC table, what is the forwarding information base, what is the routing information base, how RIB is different from the FIB. So these are the table. Means whenever you are typing like EIGRP, topology table, neighbor table, routing table, same thing. What is the RIB looks like, what is the FIB looks like. These things we will explain, and one of the topology I will show you how the RIB and FIB looks like. What is the difference. Then the topic is the virtualization. It's the complete, this one, till this much. This is the complete theory. It is mainly for the server student, but in the Encore, it has described something, means what is the hypervisor 1, what is the 2, what is the virtual machine, what is the virtual switching. Suppose in what we are doing in the switching class, what we are doing, suppose we want to communicate different network, okay, through two switches they are connected. So we are using the trunk. Same thing server team are doing through the teaming process. That is called the difference process. Whenever you will work with the server team, you will know about the teaming process. Okay. So suppose different network through the teaming they have configured, and for that something virtual switching is required to communicate to different network in the server through the teaming. Virtual switching, virtual switch they need to create. I will let you know how to create. Okay. Then hypervisor 1 and 2. Some application are directly we are installing on the hardware, means on the laptop, and some are deployed on our OS, like my VM. I have deployed my OS. Okay, that is hypervisor 1 and 2 difference. That is the completely theory. Now this one is the configure. It's completely lab. Even if the packet flow is required here. What is the VRF? Okay, if I want to segregate the routing table. So if you will type the show VRF, management VRF is there by default. But if I want to segregate, suppose MPLS network is there, okay, and you are also taking the service from the Airtel. I am also taking the service from the Airtel, and I am using the 10 network, 10 network private that is using in the company side, and you are also using the 10. So there is a chance I can use your network, you can use my network, or vice versa. Okay. So for that, there is a technology called virtual routing and forwarding, VRF, to segregate the routing table. To segregate the global routing table, we are using the VRF. How we will use the VRF? I will do the lab. Then GRE and IPsec. This is some kind tunnel. Means on the open internet, if you were travel, then it will be packet will not be encrypted. Okay. So for that, we need to use a tunnel. Through the tunnel, my packet will be go, my data will be go, so that it will be secret. But GRE, something it's not encrypted. We need to encrypt it. We need to first run the GRE, and after that, our GRE, I will do the IPsec. First, we will do the GRE. Then I will do the MGRE. MGRE is not there, but you need to know because a lot of our interviewer nowadays also ask what is the MGRE. I will let you know and do the lab MGRE. Then GRE, our IPsec and a plain IPsec. Because tunnel mode is there, transport mode is there. What is the difference between tunnel mode and transport mode? And first of all, whenever an interviewer will start the question, he will ask you what is the packet size of GRE. You need to know it's 98. What is the packet size of pure IPsec? What is the packet size of transport mode? What is the packet size of tunnel mode? Whenever I will put the IPsec of the GRE, then what will be the changes in the packet size? When it will be 126, when it will be the 132. I have my WARSAC. Through the WARSAC, I will capture the packet so that you can know when it will be 98, when it will be 126, when it will be 132. Okay. Then this is something in the data center technology. It's VXLAN because two different data center I want to communicate over NL3. So how we use the VXLAN, that thing I will let you know. But if anyone want to go in the data center technology, there is the VX technology through the eBGP. We need to run the and multicast address we need to run there, both in the our side and ISP side, and eBGP VPN. Then that time we need to configure. The complete lab is there on the data center because in data center part Nexus, this is the main topic, BPC and VXLAN. Only these two things very important on the data center part. Okay. Now come to the switching part. All of you are clear about this part because we already did your CCNA. Trunking protocols, we will know what is the DTP, and after that we'll do the Ether channel, we'll do the troubleshoot, and then your spanning tree protocol. This one is the most important thing, spanning tree, RSTP, MSTP, because Cisco switches by default run the STP. Okay, and you can imagine, suppose you are replacing a switch A you are going to replace, and for that switch A, suppose spanning tree VLAN 2, 3, 4, the priority is set as 4096. Okay. But in the new switch, when you are replacing that switch, you have forgotten to configure that I need to put the priority for those VLAN as the 4196. So then the time this spanning issue will be there. Okay, spanning tree. It's very difficult to identify for who is VLAN. There is a spanning tree. You need to write source spanning tree route on every switch. You need to write source spanning tree route, source spanning tree VLAN. Then you need to see on this switch If this is the root, then other switch it should not be root. Everything you need to match. By default, spanning tree will be there, but you need to know how to troubleshoot, because if spanning tree issue will be there, then the network will not communicate. A lot of issue will be there. So you need to know how to troubleshoot the spanning tree mainly. And spanning tree question are like that. They will ask what is the learning state, all state they will ask, and timing they will ask what is the learning, what is the listening time, and what is the maximum edging time. And after that, they will ask 3 switch they will give you, and they will ask you which one is the root port, which one is the DP, like this. Let me show you how the interval will ask the spanning tree base. How the spanning tree will, I will put the MAC address, I will put the switch name, everything I will put, then I will ask how. One type of question is like that. Another one is they will ask this one. In between there is a hub. It is connected there. Now to switch. How the spanning tree work in this condition. Another question is like that. Suppose these are 4 switch. How spanning tree will work. This type of 3 question. One more question is that directly these are connected. This type of question they will ask. For scenario, I will let you know on the spanning tree. Okay. And these are the STP part. Same thing. RSTP and MSTP are just a flavor. RSTP is a rapid spanning tree protocol. Within 2 seconds, it will be established. And MST is something like instance. Instance 0 automatically created. Suppose you have VLAN 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What is the issue in PVST? For every VLAN, they have the separate spanning tree process, and it will create a load. But in MSTP, what we can do under the instance, we can put 2, 3, 4 VLAN under one instance, so that only one STP process will be generated. They will ask what is the difference between RSTP and MST and how to configure the MST. I will let you know. What is the root guard? What is the use of root guard? What is the BPDU guard? What is the BPDU filter? Okay, these things I will let you know in that class. Now, this one is the routing part. Here I will just a minute. Yes. Okay. Now this one is the EIGRP OSPF. In EIGRP OSPF BGP is here in the routing part. Sorry, in the NCORE. Same thing is there in the NRC, but in the NCORE it's 50%. In NRC it is completely 100%. Every bit by bit topic you need to learn in the NRC. So in the first NCORE, we'll do the EIGRP. What is EIGRP? Here I will let you know. Let me just a minute. Okay, I think here EIGRP is not mentioned. I will need to open another PDF. Suppose OSPF. Okay, every theory first I will let you know. Although you have learned on the CCNA class, it's okay. But I will let you know what is the multicast address they are using, what is the VLSM CIDR, whether OSPF is good for the subnet or not, like REAP is good for or not, what is the major network. Okay, these things I will let you know. What are the states, what are the table, what is the packet size. These things first theory I will let you know, like OSPF hello. If hello will go to this 1 or 2, interpreter will ask how the packet will be look like. So in every routing part and SSRP, BRRP, I need to open my workshop so that you can see in the GRE also. It's very important to see what is the which content need to be matched. Suppose the question will be like that: R1 and R2, they are trying to form the OSPF neighborship. Okay, so my issue is that OSPF neighborship is not going to form. So what issue is there and how we will resolve this issue? How we will proceed from L1 to L3? You need to know. Most of the cases here, the packet issue is there. Sometimes it is 1500 and other side it is 1482. MTU is mismatched is there. But you need to tell all the things. Subnet should be matched, area ID, hello means after the stop should be matched, M2 should be matched, and then the authentication. These parameters should be matched. Okay, so everything I will let you know on this OSPF and EIGRP class, and we will do the lab. Okay, how summarization will be there. Here you can see area types is also there. What is the area 0? What is the area 1? So every lab will do it here. Whatever the lab is there in the NRC will do the other lab. Okay. Same thing, eBGP, BGP, I will let you know, like, what is the BGP attributes. First, I will let you know what are the theory. Okay. What are the BGP states and how BGP work, why you are using the eBGP. What is the difference between eBGP and iBGP? What is the update search loopback 0? What is the multi-hop command we are using? Every theory I will let you know, then we will go for the practical. Like, suppose there is an attributes. Wait, interviewer will ask something like this. Because the main motto is to crack the interval. Suppose weight is there. This one is the AS20. And this one is my AS10. Okay. Interval will ask, suppose there is a route 10. Here is a route 30 and here is the route 20. I want to travel my route 30. Actually, route 30 will, suppose this route is connected here is 30. So this route will travel to this router directly connected path. Okay, if you do not do any kind of manipulation. But interval will ask you that route should go through this one, not this one. How the incoming route will be flow, how the outgoing route will be flow. I want to do manipulation. Interval will ask this route should be this path. This route should be this path. So on every class, we'll do the lab so that I can let you know how to do. Just let me show you one thing, how we'll do the lab. Suppose one BGP lab, what I have asked you now, same thing I am asking. Okay, so this is the lab. Here I need to do something like that. This 10 should be direct. It should not be followed directly. It should follow this one. I will let you know in that class how it will be do, but we'll follow in this lab. GNS3 maximum I will do the GNS3. Someone think it is the Eve also I will use through the Oracle, and suppose I will start my router. Okay. When I will start the lab, first 3 to 4 labs, everything I will do in front of you, because you need to know the how we will configure the IP. Beneath show IP INT and interface. Suppose this one is the interface AP is 0 by 0, then IP address 12.0.01, 255.255.255.0, then NASAT, everything I will write. Once you will comfortable with the IP part, then for every lab, IP should be previously configured, but in front of you, the routing part, the manipulation part will be configured. Okay. So suppose I will open my router. R1, R2, then R3. You can see. So IP, INT, BIP. Only the routing part is configured here. Okay. Sorry, only the IP part is configured here. Only the IP I have given the, suppose I want to show you. So interface page level. You can see it is configured. First 5 to 6 lab, I will configure in front of you from the scratch. Okay, once you're comfortable with this part, only the IP part, then for the lab, IP will be previously configured, but all the technical things will be configured in front of you. Right now, nothing is there. Suppose I want to configure the BGP. In front of you, I will let you know how to configure the BGP. But as per my opinion, don't follow the router to put the command. If I will put here route, suppose config t router BGP, then here it will ask you to 12655 at autonomous system number. But please don't follow this one. For the better practice, go to the notepad. Everything you should type on the notepad directly. Something like router BGP 10. Then you need to put neighbor. Suppose 13.0.0.3 remote is 20. Then neighbor 13.0.0.3. It's suppose you want to here 12.0.0.1. Next of self you want to put. Next of self. If you do all the labs in the notepad, after that it will be very easy for you to crack the interview. If someone will ask on the command line also, you can easily clear. You can see I practiced a lot on the notepad. So whenever it is in the hyphen also in between remote and as, I am able to remember. Next of self, there is 2 hyphen in between next and of and in middle step. After the practice, whenever you will do the practice on the notepad, you will also easily able to write something like this. Every command you can easily write. Okay, so we'll follow our notepad, and this one I will follow the GNS3, and wireless will follow the Oracle. Okay, now come to the course content again. Wireless already I told you. Then same thing, NTP and PTP, how the NTP is configured, how the PTP is configured. Netting, how we'll do the netting. All the CCNA class you know, but we'll do the lab again. What is the netting? What is the PAT? And then the SSRP hierarchy, already theory is there, but practically is here. SSRP hierarchy, the FSRP protocol. The same, your multicast address. Multicast address means in the 224 series. Okay, suppose you have the video conference device and there is IGMP group is there. How they will communicate to the multicast address means to the video conference. Okay, what is the PIM mode? What is the dense mode? What is the sparse dense? What is the MSDP? Everything will be covered in the multicast. 2 different multicast address, how they will communicate. They will communicate through the MSDP. I will let you know how the MSDP will work. Okay. Then these are the network assurance part, like the net flow. All of you are known about the net flow analyzer. So we'll do the net flow, how the net flow will work. What is the span, R span, and the year span? Means switch port analyzer, port mirroring. These things we'll do. And IPSLA. Although this lab I will cover this one also. HSRP, BRRP, we need to do the tracking. So, but again, one lab will do like the IPSLA part. Then this one is the DNA and the netcomp restcomp. This will be covered in your automation part. Everything is there, DNA and restcomp, REST API. This part is also covered in the net automation part. When I will start my automation part, these things I will cover. IPSLA, I told you. Now these are the very basic things. What is the AAA? If you want the authentication, how AAA new model will be work? How you will configure the TACX server on the switch? What is the configuration is there? And how, if you want to configure the SSH, what is the command to take the SSH on your network of a router or switches or wireless, anything? Then how the SCL will be work? What is the standard? What is the extended? What is the named? Then group protocol. It is something like control plane policy. If you want to do any kind of specific policy on the control plane, you can do to the group. Then your REST API, it will be covered in the automation part. And these are the authentication part. 802.1x we are using for the user specific software will be there. And in the your AD will be there, so that your main user. Suppose you are working in company ABC. Company ABC, you are the direct employee and you have the suppose Dell laptop or HP laptop. Software is already installed through ICE. How they will communicate, how they will be authenticated. That is the user authentication.1x. From the web surface, they will ask you the credential, how it will be asked, I will let you know. Then PSK is their pre-shared key. Whenever you are trying to connect an Wi-Fi network, it will ask to put some password. That is called the PSK. How we will configure the PSK through the W1, I will let you know on the 9800 WLC through the GUI. And this is the in the controller part. This is the 4-way heads-up. Okay. And after that's a lot of theory. Threat defense, next generation firewall, trust security, MAC security, again the .1x, MAC bypass, web authentication through the MAC. Suppose there is a printer on your site, okay, and you don't want to misuse that printer port. So that what I can do? I can do the MAC based authentication, MAC bypass. Okay, I will need to configure that MAC under a group in the ICE server, then need to put some specific command on the switch port so that through the show authentication session you can see what is the MAC. After that, the final one is the automation in the Anchor. It is completely new. So XML language you need to know. through the XML, how we'll convert to the JSON, JSON to XML, and the young language. So these things we will cover in the automation part. This will be your completely Encore, and the NRC is something like that. NRC Encore is mixing up something. Means it's the SD1, then SDA, then QoS, then your wireless part. So everything is mixed here. But NRC is completely different. It's very less topic, but a depth. Means every topic you need to know deeply. Whatever you will learn on this Encore, EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, 100% is there. Everything. There is no, there means how the root reflector will work. What is the cluster in the root reflector? That is not in the Encore part. But in NRC, everything. Once you will cover this part, you will everything means 95% you can easily answer about the BGP part, because nobody can answer 100%. So 95% you will able to know. So all routing protocols like EIGRP completely there. OSPF completely there. Point to point. What is virtual link? Okay. What is the path preference? Then BGP. Although I will tell you the attributes, but here how the 4-byte AS will work, how the filtering will work, whatever I told you. Right now I told you root reflector is here. Everything I will let you know. And VPN technology. Although you have remembered, before 15 minutes ago, I told you I will let you know the MGRE, but MGRE is there. So GRE, MGRP, NHRP. What is NHRP? The next hop resolution protocol. It is working on the next hop. And the IPsec, pure IPsec. What is the dynamic network? What is the SPOC to SPOC under DMVPN? DMVPN, there is phase 1 is there, phase 2 is there, phase 3 is there. What is the difference between phase 2 and phase 3? Because phase 1 is the by default. That thing on the packet capture. Because in the tunneling part, DMVPN, they will ask how the packet look like. So I will show you on the WhatsApp. After that, some security, TACAX, Telnet, SSS, although I will show you this in the Encore part also, and how the DSCP got, how the DSCP snooping, what is the IP, RP inspection, these things we will cover in the NRC part. Then STTP, STTPS, SNMP version 2, version 3 is also there in the Encore. And here it's the DSCP. DSCP client iOS. What is the DSCP relay? How DSCP relay is work on the normal switch and how it is working on the Nexus switch. What is the command-based difference? Sometimes they are asking this type of question. And IPSLA. Already I will show you in the Encore class also. IPSLA. Then NetFlow part, DNA assurance, health check. These are the topic we will cover in the NRC. But just let me allow me a minute. Yes. In the Encore, we'll do this type of things. Small diagram. Because concept should be cleared in Encore. Because suppose I will do the wait, you need to know how eBGP will be configured. What is the next upsell? What is the update sub loopback Jigra? Everything you need to know bit by bit. Okay. Through the small topology, your concept will be clear. But in NRC, it is something different. Let me show you. Yes. I have already shown you this diagram. Let me open the GNS again. In the Encore, it's very small. But every concept you need to learn. How the packet will flow. For the root manipulation, how we will do. Because directly this lab you cannot do. But in the NRC, what we will do? We'll take a big diagram. Okay. And we will do how the packet flow will be work. How the packet flow will be work. How this will be configured. Complete lab will do. Something here, EIGRP, inner IGP, we can do the EIGRP. From this route, how the packet will flow, how the route will be look like, what is the difference between SOA BGP and SOA IPGP summary, these things. So in one big lab, we can do everything. Okay. So it's the course content. It's from my side. If anybody any question, please ask me. So if it's clear, I am stopping my screen. Okay. Okay. So please ask. Because from the next class, we'll start. So please let me know. Whatever is the doubt, any question comes to your mind. And in my class, just one suggestion, don't carry forward with your doubts. Don't put the doubts on the bucket. You need to clear. If you have any doubts, same time you need to interrupt and same time you need to ask me.
I want to ask, CCNA already done. Now, what should I go? I should go with Encore or this NRC? Like that is, I want to know.
It is Encore is good, and NRC also you can take, not an issue. But if you do the Encore, it will be better. But NRC also we will do same time, because in my class NRC also I will let you know the Encore some basic topics, so it's not an issue. CCNA you already done?
Yes.
And it's clear CCNA to you, like this mainly the subnetting part and basic OSP APIs, it's clear to you?
Yes, that is subnetting is okay. That's clear. But
No,
this
means subnetting means I'm not asking you to do the like subnet in front of you. You need to do the subnet. Nothing. Just Slack site. You need to know what is the Slack site. What is the subnet mask? And suppose in the Slacks 26, how many usable IP will be there? In the Slacks 29, how many usable IP there? Why I am asking this type of question in my class? Within 1 hour, I already told 5 times the subnetting. Reason? Whenever you will appear any kind, I don't know whether you are working on the L1, L2, L3. Okay, I am assuming someone is working here on the L1. Okay, if I am an introvert and in front of mine, one L1 is there, so my first question will be there. Suppose I want to use 6 usable IP. So what should be my subnet mask? This type of question. Nowadays, no one will directly ask you the simple question. Because whenever you will negotiate with the HR also, you are asking, means I need 15 lakhs, I need 20 lakhs, I need 25 lakhs. So accordingly, interviewer will also ask you question. So this is the reason from my class beginning, I am telling you this type of question interviewer will ask, this type you need to prepare. Okay. Because you are not negotiating with the money. So they will not negotiate with the skill. Okay. Anybody, any other questions?
In this class will be this both or this only Encore? No, please.
No, this will be both. So these things you need to coordinate with the Abhishek sir. So he will
Okay.
guide you on this part. Okay. No
Thank you.
problem. Okay. So any other question, please? Any doubt? So because a lot of time, because in my base, people are asking me that, sir, we'll take the class from you. You will let us know. But after that, whether I will clear the interview or not. Before 10 days ago, 11 days ago, when I have also started my career in the CCNA, so that time also it was a question to my mind. If I will take the class, whether I will able to give the interview, means I will pass the interview or not. So anybody, any doubt? Please ask. No one is asking nothing. A lot of people are there. Please ask. Okay, so if no question, then I am under impression that everything is clear to you. So we can wrap up this class. Can we close or any doubt? Please let me know.
Can close. Up to now, there is no questions.
Okay, then no problem. And from the next class, we'll directly enter into our syllabus. Okay, so we'll start our lab and everything. So I will follow the GNS3, and for the wireless, I need to follow the 9800 virtual. Okay, install in the Oracle, and some basic lab like switching. Just for the trunking, we can follow the vectors. Okay, everything is in my laptop. I will show you. Okay, no worry about that part. Okay, so if there is no question, we can wrap up this one. We'll meet on the next class. Thank you.
No.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. Thanks for your time.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice weekend. Bye bye.